the organization showed you how you should treat stars and how you should, don't let them go. Let them leave when they're ready to leave.
Yeah, absolutely.
You don't run them out the door like the Bulls did to Michael Jordan.
Yeah, no, I mean, I wasn't, and it's funny you said. I'll spend a brief minute on that, man, just to kind of give to add fuel on that fire that you're talking about right now. I was a Bulls fan, dude. Before, I wasn't one of these. There was a lot of bandwagons fans with the Lakers, with the Bulls, teams that win. I mean, let's be real. I was a fan of the Bulls when Doug Collins was their coach, before Phil Jackson, man. When Jordan was pretty much the only name. I remember drafting Pippen and Grant coming real young. They had Cliff Levingston, all these guys, Craig Hodges, Paxson. I'll say this, man. What the Bulls did to their fans, and I got to give the Lakers organization credit on this. Jordan retired. Maybe he wasn't going to come back no matter what, whatever. And, 98, I think it was, won his 6th championship. Jerry Reinsdorf and Jerry Krause are the two biggest pieces of shits. I'm sorry, man. I'm going Richie on this one. I said I wasn't going to get aggressive against anybody in the show. But
like
those
Atlanta
two.
fans are to Richie?
Yeah, the way Richie feels about the Falcons fan base, I feel that way about those guys. Not to mention they deal with the White Sox, but that's a whole other story. But Reinsdorf and Krause basically took a massive shit over the entire city of Chicago and the fans of the Bulls everywhere. When Jordan retired, they basically said, screw you to Scottie Pippen, who was still in the prime of his career. Screw you to Dennis Rodman. We don't want you back. Tony Kukoc got traded, I think, 2 years later. Harper was gone. They didn't even spend any money on the team the following year. And I got to say this, and that was before you had to spend most of your cap, like the current rule in the NBA. You can't just go spend a $10 million payroll. You have to use your cap, which is a great fucking move by the NBA office. But they took a giant shit on the fan base. I'll say this, the Lakers had some lean years for a while, but at least for those fans, Kobe Bryant was worth going to the Staples Center for. You know what I'm saying? And they went young. They tried to do some different things. They tried some different rebuild activities.
Honestly, letting Kobe finish out his career with the team was worth those seven losing years.
Yeah.
Because it probably set them up to where they would, lose for a while because they were paying Kobe Bryant $30 million and they didn't have any assets because they kept trying to bring in assets that failed.
And there was some bad management. Yeah, there was some bad management,
obviously.
But overall,
that bad management didn't allow Kobe to leave, and the bad management obviously, was what it was.
I love the superstar staying.
Ownership with the young Bus kid who
they went through a ton of coaches as well. I mean, they went through quite a bit of coaches at one point.
Yeah. All that goes
bad management.
Hand in hand. They didn't have a bunch of talent.
But I mean, wait, what you got there? My bad. I saw that come up.
Waiting out.
Yeah. No, but Kobe, you know what I'm saying? It was still for the fans,
Kobe was the
man.
constant for the fans, and what a joy to be able to watch. His last game, that's a storybook ending. I mean, you can't write this shit. To score 60 points.
Your last game,
60 points. I mean, if he would have scored 40, if he would have scored 30 points, people would have been thrilled. He doubled that number up. And that 60 points won the game against a good team.
Yeah, I mean, and let's be real. Teams...
He won the game with the 60 points. It wasn't scoring 60 just to throw up 60 like the 81. It wasn't 81 just to throw up 81. They were losing that whole game.
Yeah, he was doing
Nobody
to win
else
the game.
was doing shit.
It wasn't like a 30-point blowout where they were
all
winning.
Of the points.
Yeah. I mean, I'll say this, man. Everybody wants a John Elway ending to a career, but let's be real. Those are few and very far between.
Most guys don't know when to retire if they win a championship.
I mean, and to me, it's like I know a lot of fans say, hey, it tarnishes the guy a little bit, but you know what? Every moment you get to watch that guy go on and play, I think, I think that teaches something, man. I don't mind watching a player. Hey, he isn't what he once was. I know some people say, oh, it's sad. No, you know what? Because when that guy goes out there, I'm remembering the 5 championships he won. Yeah, he might not be what he once was. Like Peyton Manning, wasn't what he once was when he won that second Super Bowl with the Broncos. Let's be real, that was the defense that got him that title. But still, seeing Peyton Manning go out there, it's still, Eli. I talked about it this year with Eli. I know you're not the biggest Eli fan, but to me, it was cool to see Eli get that game late for the Giants. You know what I'm saying? These guys, man, like you said, you grow up watching these guys. You spend so much time as kids. They love these guys. I mean, they look up to them as idols, man. And it's great to see these guys.
Slower. They've obviously lost something, but they're still out there competing to get with guys half their age.
And look how much money these guys could live 20 lifetimes rich with the money that they have. So to me, when I hear people say, "Oh, these spoiled athletes," they're bad personality athletes. They are in just like any profession. You got bad doctors. You got bad people that run a business. You got bad people that operate paint stores that don't deserve shit, that get raises and promotions. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of people that do things the wrong way in every form of the world, every genre. You know what I'm saying? Every employment type has this. You know what I'm saying? But these guys like Eli Manning, Kobe Bryant, they could have easily hung them up years ahead of time and walked away with millions of dollars, and they didn't have to work a day in their life. But they chose to play the game that they love in their late 30s and still, risk injury, be on the road away from their family. You know what I'm saying? That's dedication, man. Like, these guys are different beings than everybody else. That's why, they are getting the compensation they get. They devoted their entire life to this. You know what I'm saying? And that deserves respect. Maybe some casual fans don't get that, but to me, as a massive sports fan, I get it a million times over again, man. I mean, what he did, he's a special player, man. To spend 20 years with one team, that's to me storybook. You know what I'm saying? With his career with the Lakers, that's why he's Mr. Laker to me. I mean, that's the guy.
Honestly, he has most of the iconic, out of a team that with a lot of iconic moments. He's at the centerpiece of a lot of them. Yeah. The Kobe to Shaq slam to get him past Portland in the conference finals that propelled them to that first championship with Kobe and Shaq. When a lot of people were criticizing Kobe for shooting too much and not passing the ball to Shaq, to seal that game up and come back fashion with an alley-oop to Shaq. Yeah. I still use that analogy today, like all the time. Like anytime I set up one of my reps, I told him who you are. I told him when you were gonna come. You were gonna call him, right away, and you're gonna set up some shit. You're gonna get him going.
Yeah. You pass the ball to the right person.
I just Kobe Alley to Shaq for you.
Yeah. No, absolutely, man. I agree, man.
That's my favorite memory, honestly.
And I'll say this too, man. He rescued the franchise.
That was the point when you knew that they were going to go win a title, because they went up against a real tough Portland team with the aforementioned Scottie Pippen, who had just been unceremoniously dumped on his ass by the Bulls.
Yeah, no,
he still had a little game when he was with Portland, and the move he made was on Pippen. He made the move to Pippen, which freed up Shaq for the slam dunk.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'll say this: he rescued that.
I think that they played the Nets.
Yeah, Nets. So Jason Kidd, Kenyon Martin, Kerry Kittle's Nets.
So you knew that
with Byron Scott as the head coach. Yeah,
that was when the East was shit.
The East was really bad. Allen Iverson with the second best player in that team with Allen Iverson and the Sixers was Aaron McKee or Derek Coleman. So that said a lot.
You had your Kings, you had your Blazers.
Yeah, Kings had some great fucking teams. Kings, Chris Webber, Peja Stojakovic.
Those teams from winning titles.
Yeah, I mean the guy he was traded for on draft night, Hornets could regret that one forever. Vlade Divac. But Vlade was a good player, but let's be real, that should have never happened.
I love Vlade. He fucking smoked cigarettes on the bench.
Yeah, Vlade's a weird dude. I swear, Vlade's just like, I don't know, that dude. I think that dude wears Armani in his sleep. But anyway,
I think they put in rules people can't smoke in the buildings because of Vlade Divac blowing smoke.
I'm gonna say this. I would bet that Vlade's probably got the best herb in the NBA community. I'm just gonna go out and say it. But that's neither here nor there. But here's my thing. Kobe came at the right time for Los Angeles, man. The Dodgers weren't kind of a big deal, at that moment. LA's always been a basketball city first, let's be real. Clippers sucked. Donald Sterling was their owner. That's all I got to say about that. They were a shit franchise, one of the worst in sports for many years. The Dodgers weren't really kicking it at that time. The Lakers had that stretch. You remember those teams, Nick Van Exel, Eddie Jones, Eldon Campbell. They weren't very good. They were very fringe playoff at best, 8th seed. Potential at best.
Those are fun teams, though.
But Kobe came in. He rescued the LA sports scene, in my opinion. Not just basketball, not just the Lakers. It was Southern California sports scene. To me, that's what he did. That's what I mean. He was the man, dude. He was the man. He deserved everything. Like I'll tell you, the Boston guy, real quick. I know we gotta probably get moving soon, but there was a Boston guy on Twitter, and he said, "Man, that was one of the best things I saw." Pat put that up. He said, "Man, so many games." I thought I've seen all of Kobe breaking my heart, and then he does it one more time yesterday, man. I thought that was really one of the best sayings on Twitter. A Boston guy to say that. Rival, East rival. Let's
as hard as it is mentally, just seeing like the community come together. I mean, they have some dipshits out there, but they've got ousted by like reasonable, good-hearted, regular people. They got toasted pretty fast, and a lot of those people are going to have to find new careers.
Yeah, it exceeds politics. It exceeds anything like that.
I just love the community outpouring, and it's funny. Like I've talked to so many different people today about it, and they're like, "Fuck, this is a dude." That's why I watch basketball.
I mean, it's just
I hated him at first, but after a few years, I watched every game.
I mean, look.
The shit he did is what I tried to do on a basketball court. Because he wasn't LeBron physically, but he had the best moves in the NBA.
Oh, look,
he was the degree of difficult shooter. He would rather do a difficult shot, fucking stab you in the eye, fucking make you like, oh shit, I fucking defended this shit as good as I could, and he made that on me.
I hated him, dude, as a player. I'm not gonna lie to you, because the reason I hated him is because he was that good. And I mean, and it wasn't hater like not respect. I knew he was the best player in the league, but I hated him playing him. You know what I'm saying? He was a guy on the other team. You just, oh man, you do not want Kobe to beat you. Kobe's gonna do this. Kobe's gonna do that. Let's double team the sucker. You know what I mean? Like let's, what I'm saying? You did not want this fucking guy beating you every time, and he did it. You know what I'm saying? So you hate him as the opposing fan, but you respect him, and it's just that's the way it is. And once he leaves, his playing career is over. You look back and like, damn, I don't have to hate this guy. He was that great.
And the mentality of that guy was, you're gonna double team me, I'm gonna dribble straight through those two guys, and nobody's touching the ball, and I'm going to hop right through those guys and lay it
Absolutely. I mean, that's the thing about it in sports. You will see fan bases will hate opposing players, and that's part of the game, man. Nobody will see nothing bad happen to those guys, but it's a hate from a competitive standpoint. But when that guy retires, the respect comes in. I don't care what sport it is. You see it with many.
Like people talked about how much Shaq and Kobe hated each other.
I hated Brett Favre for 3 hours in an NFC title game. Same thing with Peyton Manning.
He's showing pictures,
but I got all the respect for those guys.
They're basically like each other's kid's uncle.
Yeah. No, I mean, and I'll say this, man. That's what I'm saying. With a lot of stuff going on with the world, man, and I'm not trying to be CNN or Fox News or whoever. There's a lot of bad things politically in this world right now. It's going on. And there's a lot of people that knee-jerk react on every side, man. There's a lot of division, man. I've never seen this in my life until maybe the last couple years now. And I'm not trying to get political at all, man. I'm just saying this, man. This is one thing that maybe it's a wake-up call to the world, man. And I don't know, it should never happen, man. And there's no silver line, no positivity to be taken from it at all. But you know what? Let's realize there's more important shit out there day to day in life than arguing about fucking policies back and forth and fucking politics, man. I see enough of that bullshit on Facebook every day, and I'm just going right. I whiz by it now, man. I just want to say this. The hate needs to stop with all that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Learn to love, dude. I mean, people say, hey, yeah, it's corny. Bullshit, man. It's what life is about, man. Enjoy life. Love the folks you want to love. Experience the great things, man. I mean, that just teaches me that, man. Seeing the tragedy like this, that's the only thing I can take out of it at all.
We can go on for hours and hours with our memories. And, if y'all have memories, y'all more than welcome to comment in there. And, we'll keep this thread going. But
we get time to get the fuck out of here. What?
Yeah. But I thought you had a tune lined up for the people.
Yeah, man, I can do that, man. We're gonna do a
little outro for y'all. If anybody's still here. This song I'm probably gonna be listening to on repeat. I'm sorry if you want to ride with me. I'm not gonna. I can only listen to so many podcasts. Kind of reminisce.
So you say you gotta play this like it was
I'm saying at the Partners in Crime concert, Mr. Richie Plemon need to play this song at some point.
You gonna play this like we rocked Biggie and Tupac back in the day, and NWA and all that good stuff repeatedly.
And that's what kind of inspired. That's why I'm wearing this Biggie shirt, because honestly, a lot of people have passed in a lot of genres. Close people, but that's probably the one that hit me the hardest. Besides this when you were shot. This is a song by a local.
Yeah, I mean, became one of the biggest rappers on earth.
You know, he moved to LA, you know, to be close to his idol. He lives in Miami, you know.
But he's a New Orleans at heart.
I mean, like, obviously, you know, I hear there's a lot of good